The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards.
And the Texans will take over.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
To about the 40-yard line. And here, Charles, is a look at the inactive, some of the guys that are out today due to injury.
Yeah, and this is where the preseason work comes into play for some of those backups. It's not just them getting some experience on the field, but preparing each week in practice as if they were going to play. And when you have guys like that on your team, you've got a chance for success when the injury bug hits.
A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Easily. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 11 carries, 70 yards.
Sitting 10th in the league in rushing isn't bad, but it's also not as high as where he knows he should be with how talented he is. There's definitely another gear there, and hopefully their game plan gives him an opportunity to hit it and put together one of his best performances of the season.
And the catch made by Johnson. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. Easily. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season.
And the Texans are on the board first here this afternoon.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
On the double.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that's going to bring up second down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Give him a gain of 5 on the complete. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Well, this defense for the Browns, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Amazing, perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra. The Browns send out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fielded at about the 28.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
Houston set to take over. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got his man complete over the middle. That's McLaughlin. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
The Texans had 3 and 8 on the year. And Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 2nd down, Easley. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
He's going to try and take off with it.
He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McLaughlin. And he'll be out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Now a give right side. Easley. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. He got halfway home there, down to the 1, but a good job of keeping him out of the end zone.
Exactly. Halfway home isn't all the way home, right? So they feel pretty good about keeping him out on that play.
And that is incomplete. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down, brings up 4th.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. They had the The Browns send out their punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So here are the Texans to take over. They were losers last week, dropping that game to the Indianapolis Colts. But the good news for them, they've got the lead right now and the football. 1st and 10. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
A few moving pieces on that play, because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield, and if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice gain.
13 yards down to the 13.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Up the middle they go. Easily. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get...
And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's McLaughlin. And he will not be able to get the 1st as he can get this only down to the 5. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Now this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Now a handoff up the middle. Easily. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Browns will take it. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
He'll drop to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Let's go, D. Rush in.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this one is right through. And that will do it. For
halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest.
It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter.
No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. For the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the 3rd quarter.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
They'll look to throw here. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game, and we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try and slow them down.
Here we go, set, yellow, 43.
On first down, easily, and he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And the Texans are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Back to throw here. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. From 3 yards out. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because
the Browns send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And some room to work. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. First down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run on first down easily, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. The Browns send out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. The pitch back. And some room to maneuver. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
74 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
He finds his man, complete. That's McLaughlin. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Only needing 2 yards on second down.
Up the middle they go. Easily. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. And oh, he coughed it up. Does the big boy have the juice? 30, the 20. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. The defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Looking to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. On 1st down, Easley.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down now, Easley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. The Texans send the punter out. He's been terrific so far. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Okay, ready?
54. Coming. Twist.
Watch out now. 50 Fury.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
That's out to the left, flat and complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Easily pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. It's a quarterback sneak, and he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
.92 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Easily rolling to his right. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a 1st down.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the
Ready, set.
They'll run on 1st down. Easily.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
43.
They'll keep it on the ground. Easily. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So Houston going to come away here with the victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Texans, the playoffs may be out of reach, but the win gets them to 4-8 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Browns, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now on the year. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Let's go. 60 red. 60 red. Strike. Check. Strike. Ready. Go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
And Charles, we see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back on the field in a hurry.
Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and age myself, but I'm going to ask you, when you were in high school and there were injuries, did you hear next man up from your coaches?
Well, you hear it every week now in the NFL, that's for sure.
You know, back when I played when dinosaurs roamed the earth, you didn't hear next man up. You heard, oh, no, we've got to put in Davis.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped, but what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. The Texans send the punter out. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. This is taken at the 18. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
On 2nd down, Easley.
And this will be a Texans 1st down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 22 carries, 99 yards.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking middle, and that's complete. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a 1st down if not for that penalty moments ago.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up in search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage.
And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
The Texans at 4-8 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset, being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
On 2nd down now, Easley. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
Tackling's obviously critical down near the goal line. That was great work there to make the hit behind the line and make...
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Chiefs will take over here at their own.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
They're going to look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
560. Strike. Go.
And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down. The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, he shifts past him. So here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Come on, set. Yellow. 43. Ready.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
A time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
And some room to roam now.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 19 yards that time for number 19. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
This will be caught at about the 6. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will do it.
Past the halfway point of the season, and now past the...
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Striker, 3-3.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. The 3rd down conversion is successful. Give him 12 yards that time. Okay, take us to school here, Charles. On a play like that, pretty successful RPO. What's the quarterback looking at?
Basics. He's looking at the defensive end or the outside linebacker. If that player crashes down to take the running back, quarterback pulls it, runs to the outside end. Some teams, though, will read different players depending on defenses, but basically it's that outside player.
He finds his man, complete. It's McLaughlin. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, Easley. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
43 rail. Ready, go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he is going to have a Texans first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
3. Trouble, 38. Set, cut.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. So
here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to kick it away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt.
3-yard return, and the Texans will take over.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. They'll set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He gets this one to Johnson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the second time. And that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Mike's 43. Mike's 43.
They'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out comes Houston.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game. And on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point.
10 cycles. Ready, go.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Now a handoff up the middle. Easily and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. And this offense on 3rd down today, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And that will be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Hey, check back 11, check back 11. Crunch time, defense. Hey, check back 11, check back 11. Listen harder now.
Smash, red.
Hey, check.
Ready.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA.
Ready, set.
Mike's 43. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Cut.
Back to throw now on 1st down. 20! And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Kansas City, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Texans, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on